Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining another session at today's Insights Tech Showcase. I hope that you are enjoying yourself so far. Before I hand it on over to our speakers, I just want to remind you about that Q&A box. If you have any questions, you can drop them there and we'll get to them at the end. And just for fun in that chat box, feel free to drop your LinkedIn or let us know where you're tuning in from. I always love to connect and hear where people are joining us from. But with that, I will hand it on over to the team at IntelliSurvey.
Thank you, Bridget. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to introduce our IntelliSurvey or IS Pro platform to you today. So from this side, we're super enthusiastic to participate in this great event sponsored by Greenbook. So thank you, Bridget and team. So prior to our demo, what I'd like to do is just spend a couple of brief minutes introducing our team and teeing us up for our discussion today. I'm confident that we have the right team in the room today on this side, and I think a good place for us to start would be some brief introductions and then also a brief overview of our credentials prior to pivoting to our demo. So I'm Gary Vigent. I serve as Director of Client Development here at IntelliSurvey. My primary responsibility is focusing on the onboarding and migrating of new clients to our self-serve platform. I'm also joined by two colleagues that I work closely with on a daily basis. Steve Messer. So Steve serves as our SVP of Client Support and Technical Sales. And really, Steve has management responsibility with his team for training and supporting our client partners on the DIY side. And then Josh Rifkin. So Josh serves as our content producer and client support specialist. Josh wears several hats here at IntelliSurvey and will largely be managing our demo today. I also want to just take a minute. I think it's important to emphasize that while Steve, Josh, and myself represent IntelliSurvey today, we have dozens of research and technical experts behind the scenes that we hope to have the opportunity to introduce you to at a future date. We're also mindful of the fact and don't want to take anything for granted on what you may or may not know about IntelliSurvey. Right. So as such, I think a few background nuggets to set the stage would be beneficial. So most clients know us for our superlative professional services expertise, where we're focused on highly complex projects. For example, programming, hosting, procurement of sample, both B2C and B2C, and project management. Right. What many organizations don't know is that the same platform that we use internally is also a platform that we offer to our client partners for self-serve programming and hosting of their own project. So DIY usage, which is our focus for today. In line with that, I wanted to share just a couple of brief chest thumps and credentials that I think are material to our client partners considering a new platform. So our platform was created by our leadership team, professional researchers, for professional researchers more than 2 decades ago. And across those 20 years or so of business, we began with humble beginnings, like most leading tech companies, right? Whether it's in a garage or at someone's kitchen table. And that's similar to our humble beginnings, but we've grown into so much more across those past 2 decades, leading us to today where we have more than 150 full-time employees across many different areas of expertise, boots on the ground, with offices here in the US, Europe, and India, where we serve hundreds of clients. And speaking of our client base, a deep and diverse roster of client partners where we're focused really on, well, 3 primary areas: the consulting world, agencies, both market research agencies, as well as advertising agencies, and brands, so end users that leverage both our professional services as well as our SaaS platform that we're talking about today. So we share this information with you really not to boast, but rather to provide you with the confidence that we have the bench strength, resources, and technology to flawlessly support your data collection needs as you consider new vendor partners for your survey software. Okay, as we wrap up and move toward our demo, our plan today really is to focus on 3 primary areas and how each of these areas of our platform are unique to helping improve your survey operations. Ease of use and differentiation will be key themes within our demo. We're going to focus on the builder section, right? So several and many different options for creating a survey, including from scratch, whether you're a GUI user, from point and click, or a scripter. We're going to be calling out some of the different areas of how you can build the survey, including importing a questionnaire from a competitive platform. So our migration tool is pretty slick, so we'll spend some time on that. Fielding, ease of use with testing, sample sourcing, synthetic data prior to going live and then launching your project. And then finally, our analytics. We'll take a quick preview of an overview of our crosstabs tool for in-platform analytics, as well as exporting of data if you're using a third-party platform for data analysis. So there'll be some pit stops along the way, and what we'll plan to do is highlight those features, functions of the software, and really providing you with an opportunity to look under the hood. So that's our plan for today. In the interest of time, what we've done is we've pre-recorded our demo for today. What we're doing is we're essentially fitting what normally is a 60-minute demo into a 15 or 20-minute demo. So you'll be getting the fully caffeinated version. We think we're going to highlight all the important areas. But to Bridget's earlier point, we invite you to please post questions in the chat area. We've reserved some time at the end where we plan to have some live Q&A. And then if of interest, we can spend some time with scheduling a deeper dive, including trial usage, if that might be of interest to the audience. So with that, Bridget, I'll lob it back over to you to pivot to the demo, and we'll see you on the other side with live Q&A.
Hi, thanks for watching. Let's jump right into the build phase. IS Pro has multiple ways to author surveys, including both a scripting option and a point-and-click interface. What you see here is the latest version of IntelliBuilder, our point-and-click system for survey building. We built this with non-programmers in mind, so you can dive in and start building a survey in minutes. Here you can see how you can create a question with a quick click of your mouse. We have a slick AI feature that can generate options quickly. You can drag options around to change the order and make quick text edits. Behind the scenes, IntelliBuilder works on top of what we call our Survey Programming Language, or SPL. Every question you build in IntelliBuilder automatically generates SPL in the background. With IntelliBuilder, you get an easy visual editing experience. If you prefer to dig into the code and make customizations, you can script in the SPL. What sets the SPL apart from other coding systems is its simplicity and plain English format. This means that researchers can read and understand the survey programming even if they aren't programmers themselves. And speaking of productivity, IS Pro supports collaborative survey development. Unlike other systems where editing is restricted to a single user, in IS Pro you can have multiple people editing simultaneously. So when one person is working on a question, I can be working on a different one at the same time. We don't have to work in the same interface either. If they are using IntelliBuilder, I can easily switch to the survey programming language if I want. You're not limited to editing just one way or just one person at a time. Collaboration doesn't stop there. IntelliBuilder includes a built-in comment center to streamline team communication. Instead of juggling multiple emails or Slack messages, teams can share and access feedback directly in the survey building environment. Each question is treated as a widget, and comments are tied to specific questions for clarity. You can even use @mentions to notify colleagues, which will send them an email with a direct link to the relevant notes. Comments aren't only meant for programmers to talk to each other either. You can invite clients and collaborators to view progress, provide feedback, or even make limited edits directly in the platform. The editing aspect has been really successful with clients who need to make minor adjustments without waiting for a programmer to jump in. Instead, they can use inline editing to correct small typos or edit the wording of a specific question, and because their access rights are limited, you don't have to worry about them breaking things they're not supposed to be able to. Speaking of client workflows, let's take a look at our Word export feature. Maintaining version control can be a challenge, especially with frequent edits. IS Pro's Word export simplifies this by creating clean, legible documents with or without comments. It's really helpful to manage and share offline versions of your survey. If you have surveys on other platforms and want to move them to IS Pro, we've got you covered. Our file importer supports Word, Decipher XML, and Qualtrics QSF files, parsing out questions and options to recreate much of the survey logic. How much gets converted depends on the complexity of the survey, but often with something like this QSF file, you'll be able to bring over a high percentage of the programming directly into the system. If anything needs manual adjustment, IS Pro will flag those sections so they're easy to find and comment them out so you're able to parse your survey. Now let's take a look at translations. Translations can get pretty labor intensive. The longer the survey and more languages to translate, the more complicated it becomes. That's why we've spent a lot of time building flexibility and multiple approaches to streamline the translation workflow. IS Pro supports traditional translation overlays, allowing users to download and upload files for manual translation. For added convenience, we've integrated AI-powered translation tools to automate the process. Many users find this helpful as a first step, using AI to handle the initial translation before sending it to a human translator for refinement and approval. Just like the inline edits we looked at earlier with IntelliBuilder, IS Pro also has inline editing for translations. This tool lets you grant limited permissions to translators so they can work directly in the platform. They can use this feature to edit the entire survey or combine it with other translation methods as needed. One common use case for inline translation happens when last-minute text changes are required after a survey has already been translated. We've planned for that scenario with a toggle that isolates the updated text, making it easy to identify and translate only the new content without repeating the entire translation process. Now that we've explored translations, let's turn our attention to some of the testing features available in IS Pro. The test mode area is packed with tools to simplify and improve the testing process. We could spend a lot of time browsing through, but in the interest of time, we'll point out just a few for now. With the test mode toolbar, I can quickly navigate through the survey. Let's take a look at this ranking question. It's designed with a mobile-friendly layout that adjusts automatically to different screen sizes, so both mobile and desktop respondents can get a great experience. To speed up testing, we can use the Autofill Answers feature to quickly populate survey responses and confirm survey logic is performing as intended. Although today's focus is not on scripting, it's worth mentioning that test mode includes a feature to view the survey programming language directly within each question. It's a nice way for users to familiarize themselves with the syntax and build their skills over time. And here's another example of IS Pro's versatility, a carousel table with images. Like other question types, it's fully responsive to different screen sizes. This is a good place to show you the feedback feature in test mode. Much like IntelliBuilder's Comment Center, the feedback tool lets programmers, clients, and stakeholders review the survey and add notes directly in the platform. It's another case where we've built collaboration into the platform to make the process more efficient, and so far, clients have been pretty satisfied. Now let's transition to the fielding features of IS Pro. Just as we've prioritized efficiency and flexibility in building your survey, we've applied these same principles to managing surveys in field. The Fielding Overview is your central hub for monitoring survey health while your survey is live. The dashboard gives you a comprehensive view of project status, panel source progress and completes, terminates, incident rates, and more. The Summary View Matrix lets you apply filters for cutting specific fielding metrics and save them for future use. With just a few clicks, you can easily change the status of your project from build to field for both soft launch and full launch. Adding sample sources, especially multiple sources, can often be a big pain. To save time and streamline the process, IS Pro offers access to more than 75 panel partners with built-in redirects for your convenience. Simply select your preferred supplier, and they're ready to go. If the sample partner you want to use isn't on our list, just let us know, and we can set up the redirect access for you. As the survey continues to field, project managers frequently need to adjust quotas. Our quota management system enables real-time edits, so you can adjust quotas for age, gender, brands, usage, and any other questions you've applied a quota to. Just like our building and testing tools, access to the fielding resources can be customized for client and colleague convenience. This includes a detailed log system that tracks quota changes and records who made updates for transparency and accountability. To maintain data integrity, IS Pro includes powerful QA tools. Whether it's during soft launch or full launch, you can use our built-in base count report to find if any questions are unexpectedly blank. The page report provides insights into abandonment rates, validation performance, response time per questions, and a lot more. You can even download respondent data to explore individual responses more closely. Ensuring data quality is always a top priority, which is why we've integrated Cheat Sweep, our proprietary data cleansing algorithm. Cheat Sweep takes data quality checks to the next level by leveraging digital fingerprinting and also detects patterns in respondent behavior to flag potential fraud, such as rapid clicking or unusual typing. Now let's move on to analytics and reporting. ISPro's real-time reporting portal is designed to give you instant access to your data as soon as your survey goes live. Key features include the ability to run crosstabs that update immediately as they're being built, as well as tables and charts for data visualization. Charts can be generated for both open-ended and closed-ended questions or variables and exported as images or editable PowerPoint charts for reports. Applying data cuts and weighting is simple and can be done directly within the platform or imported from external sources. For advanced projects, ISPro offers built-in tools to deploy max diffs and conjoints, complete with MC scoring for sophisticated analysis. Reports can be fully customized, saved, and even scheduled to send automatic email updates to project managers and stakeholders while the survey is in field. Your success is our top priority, and we're committed to providing comprehensive support every step of the way. All new clients are set up with a dedicated onboarding specialist to get you up and running quickly, and our support team is available through multiple channels, such as online chat, screen sharing, and email, so you can always connect with a real person when you need help. For those who prefer self-service options, our Help Center is packed with resources, including detailed documentation, code examples, tutorials, and training videos you can access on demand. Please stay tuned for live Q&A, and thanks for watching.
Great. Thank you, Josh. That was good stuff. So to our audience, I hope that you agree that our introduction to ISPro is both a powerful and great replacement alternative to your current survey platform. We'd be delighted to participate in any vendor reviews that you might be having. As part of next steps, we encourage and welcome any requests for demos and our trials. Included in trials, typically we offer to program 1 or 2 questionnaires, and trial may also include a live commercial project. So lots of flexibility on what that would look like for you, including, again, commercial use of the platform. So with that said, Bridget, I don't know how much time we have remaining for open Q&A, but we'd welcome the opportunity to hear from our audience and respond to any specific questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have time to squeeze in one question, but just as a reminder for those who are joining us live, if you scroll down, you'll see that book time with me button, which will allow you to email Gary directly. So if you have any questions that we don't have time to get to today, please make sure that you reach out. But one of the questions that I have here is, how long does it typically take to be onboarded and up and running?
Yeah, sure, great question. Steve, you want to take it, or
maybe I'll grab that one real quick. Just
okay.
As we sort of highlighted, there's a number of ways to work in the platform. So between IntelliBuilder, migrating different types of documents, and SPL really ramp up quickly. A lot of flexibility there.
Yeah, and if I can just do a voiceover with that, Richard, if we have enough time, right? So our process, while disciplined, is also very flexible around your specific needs. So participating in a demo, in a trial, really kind of the first 2 stages of becoming familiar with the platform. And then as you go live, you already have that foundation for use of some of the self-service modules, tutorials, videos. And then we include specific training to your unique needs. So typically clients can be onboarded within 2 to 3 weeks, up and running. And then from that point, we typically experience a steep decline in support requests.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I wish we had more time to keep chatting, but unfortunately we are out of time. Gary, Steve, Josh, I want to give you all a big thank you, and a thank you to our attendees for being here. We'll see you over in the next session.
Thank you,
everyone.
Thanks all.